Welcome to the bold analysis. The President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Arap Chirchir Ruto, spent the last 4 days traversing the city of Nairobi. Of course, the convoy sneaking through the densely populated areas of Nairobi in what has really signaled his launch of 2027 re-election campaign. The Nairobi tour that is coming, that is the first one since the Gen Z protest, has been done only after signing an agreement with the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. One factor on President's tour is the level of mobilization, and this mobilization was largely done by the ODM axis to achieve its own perception. I managed to attend one, the President tour, and where he was in Njiru. So I managed to be in Njiru this afternoon. I saw the energy. And one thing I was so interested to look into is the mood of the people. And let me tell you, the Kenyans, the photos of the crowd around the president has been mobilized by the ODM axis in Nairobi. President Ruto's UDA party is not very strong in this city, but ODM has active grassroots structures. And one of the stakes in this tour was what Raila brings on board. I'm a bit convinced, probably as time goes, more of these details would unravel, that Raila Odinga instructed the ODM portfolio in the city to mobilize and ensure that President Ruto is accorded a big reception in the ODM strongholds so that he can show the value of Raila Odinga's deal. And I would want to look at really snippets of those mobilization and some of the targets of the president. The two axes of that mobilization, I want you to look at frame one. This is frame one of young people carrying the placards. Those placards were written Kumi Bila Break, supporting Ruto's re-election. That is normally, and you see someone carrying a placard in a rally, that is what I normally call in this podcast classified audience. Those are the ones that have been paid and have been given instructions and are actually acting the instructions of the sender. Makadara, another frame here is from Makadara. I saw the women group and the CHVs. They were actually occupying the space just next to close to the president's convoy. And that is part of the team to envision what the government is doing. But then, apart from just the people in the street, I paid attention, and I don't know whether I'm the only one who was keen on this, that President William Ruto was targeting the schools. Why do you think the president was targeting the schools? And I will tell you why, and I'm going to explain more about this. Do you remember the video when he mentioned about Chapo, the 1 million, the machine that can make 1 million Chapo? That statement was very intentional. And I know he knew that that was going to attract the attention of the country. So the president was visiting schools. In Umoja, you can see him, of course, in this in this video here, serving the children the chapo. This chapo thing, people are making fun of it. But it is something very strategic. William Ruto and the presidency have decided they're going to schools and they're targeting the children, the pupils, to convince their parents. That is it. Their parents are looking at the wider view. The parents are looking at SHA is not working. The parents are questioning the pay slip. But the president has gone to the kids with a whole package to convince the kids. In advertising, sometimes things, when you see children targeted, do children have purchasing power? No. But they're the ones that are targeted because they will influence their parents. And I can tell you, the whole Chapo campaign going on in the city, as you can see in this video, is part of it. You could see the president even visiting the children in their classrooms. I've looked at this photo and I'm honestly asking, what is this that these children are being told? Or is it some motivational speaking exercise? Or is just 2020 rais aende aone watoto? There is something targeting, and I want to tell you, it is very keen, because if you want to know that there is something not working right, in Makadara, president was addressing school children, wametolewa class, wanakuwa addressed. Look at this photo. The pupils are very innocent. Wako shule. We are interrupting learning because we want to talk to those children. And pay attention to this. There's something he told them when he was making that speech. And I was shocked. Why is he telling the children about the affordable housing?
Hata na mimi, kwa sababu nimefika hapa na nimeridhika na ile kazi inaendelea hapa. Mimi nitawafanyia mambo mawili. Hii kiwanja naona iko katika hali ambayo sio nzuri. Watoto wakijaribu kucheza hapa inakuwa na matope. So nitatumana wizara wakuje watengeneze hii kiwanja mpaka ikae chonjo. I am going to send the Minister of Sports wakuje hapa watengenezee nyinyi hii kiwanja. Sawa sawa? Na jambo la pili, vile vile mimi nitawajengea madarasa 10. I will come and support an additional 10 classrooms. Pia nimekuja hapa na naenda kuanzisha, huyu George Aladwa tumekubaliana na yeye, tunaenda kuanzisha program ya affordable housing. Nyinyi mnajua hii Nairobi, 60% ya residents wa Nairobi wanaishi katika vitongoji duni. Na sababu hiyo, we have to change the face of Nairobi. Nairobi cannot continue to be a city in the slums. And that is why we are building 100,000 housing units in the city of Nairobi.
Okay. The city plan on that, there is something with targeting the schools. And I can tell you, he knows why he's doing it. He's not just going there for optics. He knows. Watoto wanaenda kuambia wazazi wao wamekula chapo ya Ruto. There is a school which was there's a school which was even I think this was Umoja One, which was even asking, he was telling them anawajengea I don't know what, and they asked for the school bus.
Sawa sawa. Nitawaongezea madarasa mengine 10. Another 10 schools. Sawa sawa, another 10 classrooms. Na bwana Mwenje tutakubaliana from Monday, huyo contractor anafanya hapo, nitamuongezea kandarasi akamilishe hiyo madarasa na aongeze yangu 10 juu yake. Mwisho, huyo Madam President ameniambia ya kwamba kiwanja yenu iko na matatizo sana. Na nimekubaliana na yeye ya kwamba mimi nitatumana watu yangu wakuje hapo, watoe hiyo black cotton soil, warudishe mchanga mzuri na wapandie nyasi mzuri. So munipatie kama wiki 2 hivi nitafanya hiyo kazi, nitamaliza. Sawa sawa. So I am going to send Sasa governor Watoto hapa wamesema wanataka bus. Lakini mimi naona, sikizeni, si mimi nimejenga madarasa, si mimi nawajengea kiwanja, si mnajua mimi niko na msaidizi deputy president. Sasa deputy president huyu ataenda anunue bus alete kwa shule.
Kaita nani Kindiki. So this is what is going on. He was targeting the children. But in the campaign trail, the president had two messages. I want us to fact check these two messages. The first message, and I'm failed to understand, if you understand, someone can tell us. Why do you think the president is saying this government can accommodate all of us? There is no need of one person leaving so the other person to get into.
Kwa sababu naamini kwa usawa na naamini ya kwamba kwa umoja ya Wakenya. Nimesema ya kwamba tuungane chameni. Waswahili wanasema umoja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Ndio nimesema serikali ya Kenya inatoshea wananchi wote wa Kenya, inatoshea jamii zote za Kenya, na serikali ya Kenya ni ya watu wote wa taifa letu la Kenya. Na ndio mimi nawaambia, sio lazima jamii moja itoke ndio ingine ipate nafasi. Sisi wote tunaweza kupata nafasi katika serikali hii ya Kenya. Inatoshea jamii zote za taifa letu la Kenya. Na ndio tumekubaliana na viongozi wote, akiwemo former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Tumekubaliana ya kwamba hakuna haja ya siasa ya ukabila ama dini ama migawanyiko ama ubaguzi ama chuki. Sisi wote tuungane kama wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Na mimi nawaambia watu wa Njiru, mimi nitasimama kidete kuunganisha wananchi wote wa taifa letu la Kenya. Tuweke umoja, tuondoe ubaguzi, tuondoe chuki, tuondoe migawanyiko, tuondoe ukabila, tuhakikishe Kenya inatembea pamoja. Watu wa Njiru, jameni, mimi nawauliza kwa unyenyekevu, mkubali tutembee hii safari pamoja ya kuunganisha wa Kenya. Mnasemaje watu wa Njiru? Tuko pamoja? Wale wanasema tuungane nione kwa mkono, wala wanasema tuungane. Mimi nakubaliana na nyinyi. Kuungana ndio mapenzi ya Mungu. Na mimi nawaambia mimi nawaambia jameni.
I want you to listen to this statement and try to tally this with what Khalwale said. Because ameenda kwa ameenda kwa public and telling the public, telling the masses that the government can accommodate all of us. Others must not leave for others to be there. Who is this message targeting? I am a bit convinced this message could be targeting Raila Axis, because Raila Axis is actually kicking out a clique of Mount Kenya people. Look at the kind of transition that happened at the Budget and Appropriation Committee. You look at some of MPs allied to Rigathi Gachagua that have lost the leadership of some parliamentary committees. And this is something that had been warned. Some fellows were saying that Raila's team are getting in so that they can kick out other people. How does that information, I still don't understand, but I want to read your comments. What do you take of this? Then the second message was Ruto promise for the displaced. And I saw this and this one, I can say, this is what is called self-destruction, because this is a promise that cannot be delivered.
Tutaajiri vijana mpaka wafike 50,000. Vijana wa Njiru, nataka munisikie vizuri. Nirudie tena. Mwezi ujao tunaajiri vijana ifike 50,000 wa Nairobi River Regeneration. Na nimekubaliana na huyu Karauri mbunge wenu. Nyinyi vijana. Vijana hoye. Vijana hoye. Hiyo mpango ya Nairobi River Regeneration. Tunataka kupanga Nairobi River iwache kuwa sewage. Iwache kuwa na solid waste. Tuondoe solid waste, tujenge sewer line kilomita 60, tuhakikishe ya kwamba tunapanua hiyo river, hiyo mto, tuhakikisha kwamba tuna deepen hiyo mto na tunajenga nyumba zingine 50,000. Wale watu wote ambao walitoka kutoka riparian reserve, nyinyi ndio mtakuwa wa kwanza kupatiwa hizo nyumba ya social housing, na tuko na jina ya kila mtu ambaye alitolewa kwa mto pale, ambaye alitoka kwa sababu ya mafuriko. Tutaanza na nyinyi wakati tunapatiana social housing ambazo tunaanza sasa kujenga. Nyinyi mnanielewa my friends? Tuko pamoja? Nasikizeni marafiki zangu, si tunaelewana jameni? Si sasa ni 2025, si uchaguzi itakuwa 2027? Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua kulingana na ile kazi mtu amefanya? Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua kulingana na ile kazi mtu amefanya? Sasa kila mtu afanye bidii. Mimi kazi yangu mimi nitafanya. Nitapanga ajira ya hawa vijana, nitapanga barabara zenu, nitapanga maji, nitasomesha watoto wenu, nitajenga madarasa. Tukutane 2027 na wale wako na maneno. Si nyinyi ndio mtaamua? Na kila mtu anapimwa na kazi yake, ama namna gani watu wa Njiru?
It's not true. Na mtu aniambie tunachimba hiyo 60, we will, I don't know, we'll clean the river 60 kilometer stretch, and I don't know, we'll dig it deeper, then we'll build the houses. I don't know how those things are related. Then those who are displaced there are going to get the houses. It is not possible. Number one, you don't even have data of those people. Number two, the requirement of getting into that house, remember we once said it is not about lack of houses. There are so many social houses, but the issue has been an income. Most of those people pay rent as low as 2,500, 2,000, and they're used to defaulting. So the housing, them not taking those houses is an income problem. I am wondering whether it is true that those who are kicked out of the riparian land are going to be accommodated. And you can see the way the whole messaging is mixed up. Something's not adding up. I'm not seeing flow. Yes, tunapanua river, tunachimba, then I don't know, 60 kilometers. I don't know. The other day we were supposed to have fish there. Now we are just cleaning it. Then we are building houses. And now, Ruto went to Nairobi. What was the objective of the Nairobi trip? It was only 4. The reason why the president was was making the Nairobi trip was gathering the intelligence over the potential of Raila endorsement. That statement of ndio maana nimeongea na Raila, sasa tumekuja pamoja, all that statement is to gauge the reception. And he knew that Raila is not going to campaign. Raila is not going to the people to do a bit of this messaging. So what he decided is to go and try to drop a hint that me and Raila have endorsed, we've endorsed, and now we are working together and this and that. He was taking that message, and I'm very sure intelligence is gathering. Today, for the last 4 days, the busiest of the government institution is the intelligence team. What Nairobians think, and if Raila is to say Ruto tosha, probably because I know that one of the things, this CBD, in this Nairobi, you have all the communities. So when you gather intelligence in Nairobi, it can give you a picture of what the other areas will say. So I think they also wanted to ascertain, if Raila is to endorse me, how would that be of significance to me? The second issue, Ruto was launching 2027 campaign by setting the tone. And the tone is that we want to unite the whole country. The other objective was popularity perception. You needed that popularity perception. I'm telling you, you look at the State House bloggers, they're sharing the photos of the crowds, the crowdings. They're sharing those photos to portray and tell the people that while we think that the president is unpopular, while you think that because of Shah, so Ruto will not get second term, contrary to that, Ruto has some numbers. And number 4 is to enhance visibility of some government projects. When the president is in those areas, you can see every other office is activated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And you can also tell me why, and I'm going there, why do you think the president targeted schools, targeted Nairobi schools? And you look at all those trips, all the way from, starting from the Eastland, the Makadara, Njiru, Umoja, Kawangware, Langata, Kibera, all of them, there is something unique about it. He was really targeting the schools. Thank you.